Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury
Here?
is
Do not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's a false statement made on
Are we done here? Are we done here? Yes,
that is not what I said.
That is what you said.
That no, I didn't. You said that.
Yes, you did. You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that.
I never said that.
You won't believe this. A woman actually walked into court and tried to sue a man she had just gone on a single date with for over $10,000. Yes, seriously. She claimed the date caused her emotional distress. Now, this isn't your everyday court case. It's one of those moments where you have to ask, is this real life? The judge didn't hold back either. And here's something most people don't know. To win an emotional distress case, you need solid proof that the other person intentionally caused you harm. A bad date just doesn't meet that standard. So, what do you think? Did the judge make the right call? Some people say she should have been countersued for wasting the court's time. Let's jump in and take a closer look at how this courtroom chaos unfolded.
Quashante Short, QASHONTAE I'm sorry, I had to.
In the background.
I'm actually at the airport, so I had to go outside. It looks like they just departed a flight. I mean, they just arrived a flight. So I'm outside. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people around. So I'm trying to go where there's no traffic. But thank you. That's okay. That's okay. No, I'm trying to finish this before I get finished. It's actually louder
okay. Here. I'm not sure. I read your complaint again, and you have not. I'm looking here. What is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim?
Yes, okay. It is.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not something that's justiciable in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court?
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, was that not, I thought only criminal offenses, well, I guess it would be considered, I don't know if it's criminal or however you want to consider it, but I thought only criminal offenses were brought before the circuit court. So will I have to,
what's in your head? I cannot get into what's in your head, man.
I'm sorry, I got to go back in because I can't hear you.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
The problem is this, if you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
I will do that. I really didn't know what to expect. This is all new to me. I've never been sued before. I've never, gotten in any trouble. This was just, I don't know. But if that's the process I have to take, then that's what I'll do.
Can you believe this? Someone actually tried to sue a guy for $10,000 just because they went on a date. Welcome to 2025, where it seems like anything is possible. What's next? Taking someone to small claims court over a bad dating app profile? This guy definitely ended up with the wrong person, and now he's stuck in a courtroom drama that feels more like a reality TV show than a real case. It almost seems like a wild story that was rejected by some daytime TV writer. Now, I'm not saying this guy is Completely blameless. We'll get to that soon. But watching this play out feels less like a serious legal fight and more like a chaotic mess with legal papers. Here's a side note. Did you know that in some states, you can actually sue someone for emotional distress after a breakup? That means, in certain places, there's a legal way to get compensation just for a painful split, like crying over ice cream and talking to your therapist. Also, look at this guy's face. He looks like he aged 5 years in just 5 minutes. 1 minute he's fine, the next he's hit with a lawsuit out of nowhere.
There was also a perjury on there as well. He stated, I can't remember what he stated right now because I don't have it, the document
Perjury,
in front of
the short,
Yes.
perjury is a criminal charge.
Okay, there were two different charges. There was one that was intentional affliction of pain, which was not, I didn't see that as being a criminal offense, but perjury, I guess that could be considered a criminal offense.
Ma'am, I'm not going to sit here and argue about the legal definition of what's a crime and what isn't. If somebody gets charged with perjury, that is a criminal felony charge. You have to go through the prosecuting attorney and the police. But that's what you are alleging.
Yes, the document will show that, and I also sent forth the messages where he was lying, and it proved he was lying. I emailed that to the courts. I wasn't able to print it out, but they didn't say anything as far as me not being able to turn those documents in. But that should have been in the case file as well.
Did you put it in there?
I emailed it.
I don't see that mentioned in your complaint.
Address.
No. If you are alleging a different count, you've got to amend your complaint to add it in. You can't. I don't know what you said you did, but you
the last time.
Complaint.
No, the last time we spoke, the last time we were in court, I never changed anything. It's just that he was not properly served, so I had to get an address for him in order for him to be properly served. That's what was the last incident that transpired, was for me to get a correct address for him.
That has nothing to do with what I asked you about.
I know you asked me about an amended.
I asked you about what your claim is about. You said intentional infliction of harm, and I assume you mean intentional infliction of emotional distress. And you said perjury. That's the basis for your claim.
Yes, I'll amend the complaint. I thought I had that already in there. I received a document, I guess after I sent the correct address and he got the document, he sent a letter that should be, I guess, in the file. He sent a letter, and
that's
then
his answer, I guess. We're treating it as his answer.
Right. And so I emailed my response to that letter, because in that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No.
How does any of this make legal sense? She's yelling about perjury like it's some kind of magic word you can throw around in court. The guy wasn't even under oath, but she's acting like she caught him lying at a big trial or something. If this isn't one of the wildest courtroom moments of the year, I don't know what is. Honestly, I'm starting to worry about going to PTA meetings. She's even arguing with the judge about how the law works. Just take a moment and think about that. It's like arguing with a surgeon in the middle of an operation just because you watched a medical TV show once and the energy she's bringing. It's not the serious big boss kind. It's more like, my tiny dog's got a stroller and I'm ready to use it vibes. At this point, the courtroom might as well have a popcorn machine because this isn't about justice anymore. It's pure entertainment. Now be honest, how long do you think you could sit in a room with someone like this?
It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So what
Exactly.
statement did he
And I
make under
got
oath that's
documents that
false?
prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false
he put a
statement made
document,
under
he
oath.
placed a
Under
document
oath.
that stated a
When did he
lie.
testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is a false
I know exactly what perjury means. I know what perjury means. Are we done
No,
here?
you don't.
Is it a criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations properly.
Are we done here?
No, we're not.
Exactly what perjury means.
No, we're not.
Do not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your complaint out. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have not.
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's not about that. You don't think, I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a false statement made under oath.
Are we done here? Are we done here? Please do not insult my intelligence.
I said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
you can't have two cases on the ma'am. You can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not dismissing the case. If you want to dismiss it, that's up to you. But I, as a plaintiff, am not dismissing the case.
He has to make a proper motion.
Well, that's on him.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be.
I didn't say that. That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said. I said that. No, I didn't. You said that. Yes, you did.
You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that emotional infliction of emotional distress is a criminal offense.
This has gotta be hilarious for the dude in the top right. He's basically watching a live episode of Judge Judy Unmedicated Edition. And tell me how he got here. He goes on one awkward dinner date, probably says let's split the check, and now he's in court like he rear-ended the queen of entitlement. Honestly, I mean, he should be the one suing her for psychological damages and the loss of 3 hours he'll never get back. And you just know the date was so bad, he checked his watch mid-appetizer and started mentally drafting his exit strategy. And I wouldn't be surprised if she pulled out a spreadsheet of emotional expenses and billed him for wasted charm and unmet expectations. So yeah, guys, split the bill at your own risk. I mean, you never know, you might be seeing this Karen in your next court appearance.
And you stated that perjury is a criminal offense. But you also stated that perjury is not on the document that I placed forth before you. So criminal offense would not.
It's not in the complaint.
On there.
It's not in the complaint.
I need you to show me. I need you to show me the document which states that intentional infliction of emotional distress is indeed and in fact a criminal offense. Because that's the original offense that was placed on there.
I never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Ma'am,
yes, you did.
Listen. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I
I'm
will
not either.
repeat to you what I said.
I'm not either.
I
So
said
that's two
that
charges. So the
intentional.
charges have to,
You need to
as
be
far as I'm
quiet while
concerned,
I'm
the two
talking.
charges
You
have
need
to
to be
be
quiet.
separated.
Mute. Can you mute her, please?
Because
Mute her.
perjury is a
Can you
criminal
please
offense.
mute
It
her?
has to go to circuit court.
That will not make her hear you, Judge.
Intentional
Well,
infliction
she's
of
got to be
emotional
muted.
distress.
What I said was intentional infliction of emotional distress is something that circuit court has jurisdiction over. I never characterized that as a criminal matter. It is definitely a civil claim, but it is something that can't be done in district court. Now, that's what I said to you. You are of the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only did criminal. You are the one who are mistaken about the jurisdiction of circuit court because that's what you stated on the record. Unmuted.
She's been talking the entire time.
Well, I said I was muted.
Judge, excuse me, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain something to you about Zoom right quick.
Okay.
When I muted her and now I'm asking her to unmute, if she doesn't do something on her end, she's still muted. So right now she's still muted. But I have asked her to unmute. She's not looking at the device that she's holding.
Is there a website where I can get the forms I need for this to be dismissed?
Listen, sir, let me just explain this to you. Okay? You know, there are forms on the State Court Administrative Office website, okay? But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're filling out, you know, you're just flopping around like a fish on a dock out of the water. And the same goes for Ms. Short, because she apparently doesn't understand the jurisdiction of what types of cases can be done in district court and what types of cases can be done in circuit. That's why we're having this issue right now. So, you know, look, how could I put it? If two people that have no military training, amateurs, and they want to throw hand grenades, well, you know, if you don't do it the right way, you might blow yourself up. You might blow the other person up, but you might blow yourself up too. If they don't understand how the process works, I would say this to both parties. You need to seek out legal counsel.
This has got to be hilarious for the guy in the top right. He's basically sitting through a live version of Judge Judy, but way more unfiltered. How did he even get here? He goes on one awkward dinner date. Maybe says, let's split the check. And now he's in court like he crashed into the queen of entitlement. Honestly, he should be the one suing her for the stress and for wasting 3 hours of his life. Just know the date was so bad that he checked his watch halfway through the appetizer and started planning his escape. I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up with a spreadsheet listing emotional costs, charging him for wasted charm and broken promises. So heads up, everyone. When you split the bill, be careful. You never know. You might end up facing this kind of Karen in court next time. School. The judge really summed it up perfectly, because this might be one of the most confusing and wild court hearings I've seen in a long time. The guy, honestly, he's pretty calm, even though he's being sued for over $10,000. He's not trying to stir up trouble, he just clearly doesn't know how court works. Which makes sense, since most people don't unless they've been through a divorce or gotten arrested. But this woman? She's filing claims in the wrong court like it's some kind of lottery ticket. It's like watching someone try to return a blender at the DMV. Completely out of place. She's tossing around legal terms she probably picked up from a Netflix show, thinking she's building a solid case. Meanwhile, this poor guy just sits there, nodding like he actually understands what a civil tort is. All right, let's check out the last minute of this chaotic courtroom scene. But if she starts talking about astrology or Mercury being in retrograde, I'm done. School, drop a comment and tell me how many brain cells you lost listening to that nonstop rant. Because mine checked out around the 2-minute mark, and honestly, I don't blame them. This woman was on a mission, but she was wrong about pretty much everything. Just loud enough to sound like she knew what she was talking about. If you've never heard a court hearing like this before, be warned. I actually got a headache. Just from listening, and I wasn't even the one being sued for emotional trauma over a dinner date. What do you guys think? Unless this judge has the patience of a saint, I don't see how this case isn't tossed out faster than her next bad date. And about that perjury claim, you need to be under oath before that even matters. This isn't some courtroom. Drama fan fiction. Also, do you think the judge was too nice here? I'm just trying to make it through the day without losing it. Big shout out to old Squishy Gardner for finding this crazy story. Check out the link in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for more. We post every day, and I really appreciate you all.